Hi everybody, it's Laquita. I wanted to share with you today another project that I finished a few weeks ago. I just have been a little bit slow about getting the video uploaded. Um, this is a fabric book, and the theme of this book is the Ziegfeld Follie Girls. If you're not familiar with the Ziegfeld Follies, they took place in like the 1920s, and I believe it actually came out of Paris to the States. Um, but the ladies, the gorgeous ladies in the Follies, were talented ladies, but the one thing they all had in common is they were all very gorgeous ladies, like showgirls. Anyway, I wanted to do a book and showcase the Folly girls. To start off with, the cover um, is made from a lady's shawl that I found when I was out thrifting, and it just really caught my eye because of the jewel tone colors in it. It's just so pretty. At least I think it is. So I hope you do too. Um, but you can see here it has this peacock feather pattern right here, and then some pretty flowers on the other side. And the peacock feather and the flowers are actually done in a velvet. The solid black areas are like a sheer fabric, and I've backed it with a black fabric and then added that pretty feather on there along with that beautiful blingy piece right there, that colorful piece. And then for the spine, I did it in a red velvet and then added some black applique pieces along there. And then on the back, you can see the peacock um, with his full tail. And the fabric just feels so nice. It has a very nice feel to it. And then lots of fringe, and you can see it's fairly thick. And for the closure on it, I strung together these cranberry colored pearls. And the way I decided to do this was I used an earring hook. And as you can see there, it's just your regular earring hook. And so you can just hook it into the gold trim along the edge there, and that will keep your book somewhat closed. And then I added some really pretty beads along the edge there. So let's go inside and let me show you what I have going on in here. It's a blingy book. So when it comes to showgirls, you know um, there was lots of bling. So the first page, I created a pocket page. Well, the inside cover has a pocket on it. And the lace, the color of this lace is probably something I could never repeat. I mixed some colors together and came up with this gold and yellow color, which actually looks like it's vintage to me. It looks like it's an aged yellow color. And then also, before I get started, I just want to say hello and thank you to all the ladies who I have used things that were either gifted to me or things that I bought in this book. So hello and thank you to all those ladies. And this applique piece I got from Donna Little, and I also dyed it in the same color as the lace, and so it's given the fabric behind the sequins a really golden color, so it's very pretty piece. If you can't tell, it's supposed to be a cluster. The pearls are a cluster of grapes, and then the sequins form the leaves around the grapes. Then I've added this pretty blingy flower piece there. And in that pocket, I have a book that has an image there of one of the Folly girls. And she is holding this large feather in front of her. And then at the top there, I just put a little tag that says Ziegfeld Girls. The fabric on this little book, it's kind of like a linen fabric, and but it has a really shiny little shimmer to it there. And inside, there's room for you to journal or just jot down a few notes. I lined the inside of it with kind of like a satin fabric, but there's several images in here, and there's also plenty of places to do some writing in there, and lots of different images. So that's what's in that little book. So let's go to the first page in this book, and it's done, as you can see, in kind of beige and browns and a little bit of cream, and another image of a couple of gorgeous ladies there. Um, the flower piece, the brown flower piece, I got a long, long time ago. I've had it in my stash for a while, so I thought it was a good fit for this page. And then I've added this beautiful blingy piece there. There's a rhinestone and pearl trim that goes across the top with a little bit of applique there, and some appliques behind that flower there too. And then this piece, I believe I got from Neary, and I also dyed it. You can see the edges of it are brown. And then I put a gathered ribbon behind it. And I've also added these pearls to it. And these beads dangling down here were also from Neary. And then this gorgeous lace was from Olivia. And the one underneath was one that I already had in my stash, but I did dye it brown. If I can get my hand out of the way. This one here. And then there's some brown fringe under there. The fabric on this page was from Beate. So that's that page. So the next page, done in whites and gold, and I put it on a red fabric. You could see the shimmering gold in that red fabric there. And the trims that I have on this page, this one and these two and the mirrored pieces, I got those from an Etsy shop. It's been quite a while ago. It was before I moved this last time. And after I got in this Dallas area, I actually came across a shop that sells all of this stuff, so I don't have to order. I'm lucky enough I don't have to order from Etsy. I can just run in there and pick up something when I need it. They even have tons of sari fabrics and stuff like that. So they're not the cheapest, but if I'm in a pinch and I need something, they most likely will have it in there. So also on this page, I have some feathers and added a couple of blingy pieces, and then this gold trim back here is from Algene. And down underneath this pretty piece here, there's a little white and gold trim. There's actually two trims right here. The one with the loops is separate from the one that has the little white and gold flowers on it. But the little white and gold one is from Olivia. And then there's plenty of fringe there at the bottom. Okay, sorry for all the moving and shaking. I hope I don't make you sick. It's just a little bit hard to maneuver this book. It's a little bit awkward and heavy. Okay, this page, lots of browns and golds, and the fabric in the back, I used one fabric there, and then you could see another fabric here, which is a velvet, and then this side has a ribbon. It's like a variegated brown ribbon. So I put those three together for the base of the page, and then there's a gorgeous fabric here, which is from a skirt that I got when I was thrifting. It came with all the beading on there, and it actually has some beaded leaves on there too. And then the applique, I dyed it I was trying to match that color, and I came pretty close. And there's also some appliques that you can see peeking through that are underneath this applique. This piece and this piece I got from the same shop that I ordered these things from. And there's another trim, a brown, really pretty brown beaded trim that runs along there, and it's almost hidden from the by that applique, but that's there. And then this gorgeous butterfly was from Olivia. And then I added the beads to it. And then here is a pleated tulle. It came with the beads and the little roses on it. So that's that page. All right, the next page is done in white and silver. And the fabric on the base fabric is a velvet, but it's done in shades of pink and almost a maroon color also in there. But what I've put on this page, this piece here was a yoke piece, and it's all beads, and it was actually longer, so I had to cut it off here and across there. And so in order to get it to fit on the page, so I have some extra pieces I can use for something else. And then I trimmed it with this beaded and rhinestone trim going around there. This flower piece and leaves was from Donna. These applique leaves here were from Al Jean, and then I've added a pretty blingy piece right there. And you can see, kind of peeking through the beads, you can see some of the dark of the fabric that's coming through, so you can kind of see light and dark shades under there. Turned out to be a really pretty page. And then the next page, also done in white and silver, and it looks like it's on black, but it's actually a dark red velvet. And sorry, this piece is from Janine, and I put this shiny kind of sparkly fabric behind it, and then I also added the rhinestone trim along there, and then the four corners, the pearl blingy pieces. And then there's a little dangling piece right there of rhinestones. The bridal pieces I'm sure I got from Donna, and I did a little bit of bead work on them. There's some beads running through there. The silver ribbon that's going around the edge, I'm not sure who I got that from. It was wrapped around, I do remember this, it was wrapped around a gift that I got, and so I've used that there, so I apologize, I don't remember who that's from. And then across the bottom, there's one trim that has rhinestones and pearls, and that's that one. And then I added to it these dangling ones, so just to add a little bit more sparkle to the page, and then lots of fringe at the bottom. Okay, next page, which is done in red, and I don't know what to call this color. It is an odd color. It's almost like a mossy green kind of a color. And this piece with all of the beads was gifted to me by Janine, and isn't that a gorgeous piece? I just love it. It is so pretty. And so I was trying to match the color that's in that fabric, and that's what I came up with. So it's pretty close. Then I added, of course, that pretty bling piece in there, and then there's some rhinestones and some gold beads across the bottom, and then some trim that I had in my stash already that just happened to be that right color, the same color. And I didn't mention, or did I, that I dyed these pieces to match that. And then I've got some velvet hanging here. It is so soft. It is like the softest velvet I've ever touched. It's very, very soft. I put some pearls at the bottom of it, and it just has such a nice drape to it. I just wanted it to hang there like that. The pin is a peacock. I'm not sure if you can tell. It used to be a pin. I took the back off of it, so it's actually glued on in place. And then the fringe, I happened to find in an upholstery shop here in the Dallas area. I took these pieces with me, and I was able to get a pretty close match. I just had to cut it. It was like 2 inches longer, so that is that page. Then the next page is, it's almost the same colors, except this is more of a maroon on this side, and then this is more of a, I'd say, eggplant. It's kind of a purpley color. This piece also is from Janine, and I want to say this piece and this piece I think are very old pieces. This one has lost a lot of its rhinestones, and I could have replaced them. I could have glued some in there, but I thought that they would look new. And so I decided to leave it just the way it is, and I think it's such a gorgeous piece. I think it just needs to be left in its glory there. But then I've added this gold piece here and then a couple of pieces here. The beading on these pieces I did not do. I bought them that way. And then I did add some beading at the bottom there. And then the trim, this eggplant colored trim was something I already had in my stash. So that is that page. Okay, the next page, which is done in like I'd say a dusty pink and rose colors. This piece here is also from Janine, and I believe it is also a very old piece, excuse me, because the pearls are, they were at one time, you could tell some of them are still silver, but most of them have lost their outside coating, their shell, and they've become this pink color. They're kind of a dusty pink color, almost the same color as the feathers. And so I think it is a very old piece too. And then this piece here was gifted to me by Roseanne. And then everything else on the page was something I already had. I did a little bit of beadwork across that piece there. And then added these beads here. These are tiny little flowers in the center of those bead caps. And I did dye this fringe because I wanted to match this lace the best, this fabric the best that I could. The fabric is from Monique. It's very gorgeous fabric. And then the last page, done in golds and kind of a light cranberry color in this fabric. I have to apologize. I don't remember who gave me this fabric. It is such a gorgeous fabric. And everything that I have from all of you ladies that have gifted me things, I have them in Ziploc bags with your name on it so I can keep track of who gave me what. But I pulled this out of the bag and I forgot what bag I pulled it out of. So if you recognize it, if you gifted it to me, please tell me in the comments. But thank you for it. It is a gorgeous fabric. And I have an applique across the top that has, it's covered in bugle beads, very pretty piece. And then this piece, this blingy piece here, Algene and I were out thrifting and we found this necklace and we split it. So this is part of the piece that I had, and I just thought it went so well on this page. And then this piece, I believe, is from Neary, and it's covered in bugle beads, white bugle beads. And then another bridal piece here. These two trim pieces here are from Olivia, and so is this gorgeous little heart. It's an odd-shaped little heart, but it is so pretty. It's done on a silk fabric, and it has all of this embroidery work done in gold threads. And then it has this little dark area. It has sequins in there, and I believe it is also a vintage piece. The piece that was in the center was broken, so I just replaced it with that little blingy piece there. And then I've added some beads and some tassels at the bottom. So that is it. That is the end of my Follie Girl book. So I hope you enjoyed seeing it. It is a very blingy, very pretty book. And so that is it. So I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're staying safe out there. And thank you so much for stopping by and taking a look at my fabric book. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.